Welcome to class. Another episode of Ask the Teacher, a time to interact, talk to each other concerning issues that disturb us, especially as young people or caregivers. Sometimes as a caregiver, you are asked a question that you cannot answer. This is the home of answers. We're coming to you from the Waffle Suits off Kano Street, Nakuru. Visit and see for yourself. Today's question. This must be coming from a student, and the question is, how do I revise effectively? How do I revise effectively? An interesting question there, and I call it interesting because anytime a student asks this question is because probably they are revising and not getting results of their revision. They feel like they are putting in too much and getting nothing. So allow me to say one or two things that are helpers to help you be able to revise a bit more effectively. Number one, you must be able to figure out, especially during these holidays and even back to school, whether you are a morning person or a night person. Because some of us function better late in the night, some of us function better early in the morning. Once you figure that one out, if you are a night person, revise the harder subjects at night. If you are a morning person, revise the harder subjects in the morning when you are fresher, when you are more active, and that will help. The second thing that I would want to say is that you need to figure out what is your revision model. What's your effective revision model? There are several things that go around revision, basically about 3 or 4. One of them is personal studies. And in personal studies, you have to figure out which works for you. And one of the ones that has really proved to work is the short notes, where if you, right now saying you're in Form 3 and you want to go through Form 1 and Form 2 work, you don't go back to the textbooks and you don't go through all your notes. Is that within the time frame you are revising, that is assuming you've been revising, you have done short notes. If you have not done short notes, then you can go through your notes and do markers as you go. Cycle what is important. Write footnotes so that the next time you are revising, you can be able to go through the short ones. That on every subject, on every topic, you are able to pick 10, 12 or so items that are important and that will make you revise. So personal revision, where you sit down with your books and you are the ones revising. And let me say that if you are doing that from the textbook, it will be very much work and maybe without results. Short notes is the way to go. Number 2, part of revision is what we call teacher consultation, where you talk to your teacher and your teacher is able to find out where your weaknesses are and your teacher is able to advise which way you need to go through. Maybe he might give you questions that you revise. He might ask you to go over something and then come discuss. That is another way of revising. And like I said, you need to figure out what works best for you. Number 3 is group discussion. There are things that you find easier when you are discussing with people. So you must also be able to figure out, when do you get things better? Is it just listening to the teacher? Is it when you discuss? It is when you revise by yourself? Is it when you revise in a group? So group discussion is another effective way of revising. And that, you of course, will depend with whether the school allows it, and now that you are home, whether there are other people you can discuss with. And among this, then there is the last one, which for this is not a comprehensive list. There's the last one, which is questions and answers, doing past papers, looking at questions. And one of the things I would want to say about questions is that, to the students, is that exams are not they do not come to measure your foolishness. Exams come to test your retention of information. They do not come to test how stupid you are. They come to test what did you retain after you learned. And so one of the ways to revise is to go through the papers you have already done, look at them, see what topics have you failed, what areas, this is biology, yes, what has happened, all the problems, all the questions on reproduction, you have failed, that is a topic you need to replace. And that's something you can do with every single exam, that once an exam is done, look at what questions from what areas did you fail and go back. So 4 ways of effective revision: short notes, personal revision, going through. Number 2, teacher consultation, talking to the teacher and having the teacher help you. Number 3, group work, talking with your friends, revising with your friends, doing stuff with your friends. And then finally, number 4, using past papers. That can help you. And please figure out whether you are a morning or a night person. That's what the teacher has to say.